Hey, this is Kev. This is Black Men Being Brutally Honest, and yeah, if you're looking at the title on the screen, it's probably is gonna say something different, like the Alabama woman. She got arrested for being shot by someone, and that's not it. So if you could just go back in and out and refresh, that'll be cool. But anyway, how's everyone doing out there? I don't know, just some things that come to mind when I came on up with this broadcast right here. And I know it's going to sound kind of a little crazy, a little far fetched. And then, some of you are probably going to answer yourselves, where did in the hell did he come up with this? And just kind of chill out. This is part of the creative process here. Anyway, uh, moving right along. I asked a question in the title. Why is Pookie so bothered? I see a lot of on YouTube and in social media. I see a lot of advocacy for the I would like to call the Pookie archetype. Uh, Basically, the guy who was, I guess, growing up in and out of trouble with the law. He might have a baby mama or two. Spastic, emotional. I would say probably a part of that toxic femininity that I talked about in a broadcast last night. Please check that out. Just go on my channel and just look for it. We talked about toxic femininity among the black male talker, and it was quite the conversation. But when you think of Pookie in terms, I think of someone who is the antithesis of the character that I present. And whatever the case may be, I started to think of it in terms of if I'm the antithesis of Pookie, then I must be somewhat of what you can call an anti Pookie. Now, I know what you're thinking. Number one, what kind of goddamn question is that? Yeah. I mean, if but I think of it this way: if I don't ask the questions, how can I get the answers? Anyway, and since we're on the subject of questions, I got some test questions I've come up with. Yeah, it's five questions, and I have more questions in the future. And you know what? If you answer yes to any of these questions, you might just fit the anti Pookie archetype. And the reason why I say anti Pookie is because of this. Um, it seems like every time I show up to a scene, like on social media, pull up on the social media scene and give my honest opinion, my brutally honest opinion or my viewpoint. There's always a, I don't know, that like that Queen Latifah song says. No, it's not Queen Latifah. That was MC Light. Uh, a so-called roughneck, starts making little hard pressed comments like, "Man, man, I get so tired of socially awkward, educated lames like you." And then I'm thinking to myself, "Oh boy, another Pookie. What did I do to this guy?" But it might just be, it might be like dogs and cats. The natural enemy, like a dog sees a cat, and the dog reacts a certain way, like whoa, 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 whoa. But see, the thing is though, this cat over here is a lion, and I will paw your ass. Ah. So, anyway, let's get on with the questions. All right, and listen very carefully. And like I said, if you answer yes to any of these questions, you just might be an anti Pookie. Okay, question number one. Do you currently own a video game system or two and play games that are other than the following games: Madden, NBA 2K, or Call of Duty? Question number two. After the few years it's been in style, have you still found it difficult to adjust to the sounds of trap music? Not rap music, trap music. That's rap music with a T at the beginning. Number three. Do you hate Post Malone? And a follow-up question to number three's question. How do you even know who Post Malone is? Number four. And this is back to the whole pop culture thing. Do you sometimes find yourself using an anime character as a profile picture on your Facebook? And number five, and this is a big one, and pay close attention to this one. Number five. When you interact with other brothers and sisters, black people, and you try to make a point, do they say things to you such as, and take this statement very literally, you just mad because you not getting no pussy? But then you respond with, well, that statement is a double negative, so thank you. Yes, I am getting pussy. And then they come back with, no, that ain't even what I said. In that exact tone. Now, if you answered yes to those five questions, to that one simple screening, you might just be an anti-Pookie, but that takes a little bit more. It's got to look somewhat natural, like a natural reaction. Now, if you answered hell no, nigga, to all of these questions, and you were very vague on the third question, then 9.5 times out of 10, you're probably a Pookie. Now, however you define Pookie is not anything good except for the glaring defenses that people have about the Pookie archetype. And basically the Pookie archetype is, I don't know, it seems like, I don't know, they just can't let go of their niggerish ways. and I say that with kindness. I say that with, I don't know, I guess something like love. But it's kind of tough for me to swallow being an antithesis to a Pookie. And I don't know, is the way people react to me that I think makes me this anti-Pookie. You walk the right-handed path and you're penalized for it automatically. And I mean, that's cool. That's cool. Because, like, when that kind of thing happens, it makes it fun to be a douchebag. or as the old adage goes, being brutally honest. Oh, man. Boy, I tell you the motherfucking truth. I don't know. It's just like we anti-Pookies, guys who claim like, and in saying that I'm an anti-Pookie, I don't claim to be a good guy. Even though some, like most people that you come in contact with are probably gonna think that they are good somehow anyway. That they're not a bad person. People never admit to self righteousness. But growing up, I was often referred to as a good kid. Oh yeah, you're so good. Like one of my prime examples is I actually got in trouble and had to go into the hallway and wait on the consequence. The teacher was gonna call me back in, probably get me to take an office referral home to my parents. While I was standing outside in the hallway, a group of girls passed by. It's like they saw me. Kevin, what are you doing out here? And I was like, I'm in trouble. And then immediately the girl said, I thought you was one of the good kids. See, I didn't get that idea. Other people gave it to me. I don't know. It's just something that I've been thinking about. It's like you came up with these things. Like doing things like you're driving or you're actually at work and your mind wanders off, and you start multitasking. You start thinking about things, and one of the things I think about is this. Is like this. When someone says that I'm whack or I'm corny, as they say, yeah, because that's a word Pookie loves to use, corny. I either don't believe it or I come back with a very awful joke. Like, uh, they're like, Kev, oh man, you so corny. And then I turn around like, well, you know what? Your mother opened her mouth real wide and stuck something in it the size of an ear of corn that was attached to me. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Oh, Pookies don't like that one. nigga, nigga, you so whack. Man, fuck you, man. And then all of that starts. And yeah, maybe I am a little corny. You know, but you throw that into a mix of ingredients that make up the person. So being a little corny, I don't care about it. It makes me stand out. But you know what? It's like it may seem like a funny question, seriously, but it's like it's like in another way I'm dead ass. So I'm dead ass. It's like look at who y'all call corny and look who y'all call socially awkward lames and educated lames. And educated lame is such an oxymoron and it's such a very derogatory, insulting term to use on a black man because an education is very important. Black people are stereotyped as uneducated. That's just some anti Pookie rhetoric for you. And I'm not saying that all Pookies are bad. It's just that I don't see what the fuck all the Pookie praise is about. And Ray Ray, that's down the road. But Ray Ray didn't bother me as much as Pookie did. I got some stories I got to tell y'all. But you know what? I feel like anti Pookies such as myself are needed. Shoot, we need to balance this thing out. Everything can't belong to the rap music archetype. The saggy pants guys, or in 2019 the saggy pants guys that wear skinny jeans, so they can't pull up their pants no matter how much they try. Yes, I wear fitted jeans that are kind of loose, that fit around my waist. Yeah, and a fun fact, I didn't grow up in a hood. That hood that y'all love to talk about? That Pookies often tell me, man, you wouldn't survive a day in the hood. I said, man, I used to stay in the hood, I stayed in an apartment in deep in the hood. One time, I stayed there for like a year. My last day in that hood apartment, I looked outside. Some kid was shooting down the street inside somebody's house. And he was just shooting and jogging and shooting as he was running away. And then as I looked at this, I was like, I'm so glad I'm moving away from here. Pookie is at it again. I say these little children around here with guns just screaming Pookie everywhere. Let me stop. Somebody named Pookie gonna take offense. Alright. Yeah, I'm about finished with y'all. But just that, just has to be, when you got the best show on YouTube, hands down. So you have to start asking different questions, different topics. You don't want your topics to all, be the same. Even though there are a lot of Pookie related topics on YouTube right now, it's just my spin on it. I think a lot, and this is kind of a serious one right here. I think a lot of black men online are attacked because they are not Pookies. Like, here's what it is. Here's what it is. And this, like, here's what it is with the whole Pookie thing. The Pookie is seen as the thug. He's seen as the I guess that the kind that the ruling class, the white supremacy hates the most, because that person right there is seen as like the ultimate N word. So basically, I would say it's misconstrued as a threat to white supremacy. But for some of you don't realize is that it's just an image. It's just a stereotype. There's probably not anything that even exists that even fits that Pookie stereotype. I mean, of course, you have some guys that have been to, have been to prison, have made mistakes in their lives, so to speak. But if you haven't caught on to, like, a lot of what I've said in this is a lot of sarcasm. I really wish I didn't ruin the whole video just by saying that, yeah, it's some truth in it, but there's a lot of sarcasm too. Yeah. But as long as there's stupidity, I have to answer it with something. So, here's the deal. Maybe I am sort of an anti-Pookie, and maybe you're sort of an anti-Pookie too. That's why you catch so much flack out there in social media. I don't want to be like I said. I don't want to be the guy is okay. Y'all think just because I do this, just because I do that, and really a lot of these guys that are given these socially awkward, lame labels are actually sleeping with women. All I'm saying is this: don't dismiss the discussion just because you think somebody is something. But hey, you know what? This whole anti-Pookie narrative that I got going is not gonna stop with this video. Unfortunately for some of you, yeah, it's just because you know what? It's like I don't mind criticism. I don't mind opposition. But sometimes brothers get tired of getting jumped on. So it's time to maybe have a little fun with you guys. And if I have to do it by pushing this whole I'm an anti-Pookie thing, all right, let's do this. It's time. It's time for some things in Black YouTube. Like it's time for Black YouTube to evolve. We have we have our intellectuals, we have our pseudo intellectuals, we have our we have our entertainment guys, we have our storytellers, we have our leaders. We have our leaders, but what myself and the habitual line steppers are here to do is we're here to We're not here to change things. We're here to help everyone make things better. And to be a little entertaining as well. So I probably didn't answer that question at all that I asked in the title. Why is Pookie so bothered? I probably need to ask a Pookie himself. Why are you so bothered, guy? Why are you so bothered when guys like me come around and start talking a little bit? Just a little bit. You hear the tone in my voice and it's all the motherfucking matic. That's something I grew up with, but you know what? I wouldn't take back a damn thing. So, all right, it is 4th of July week. I really want to do a broadcast about the 4th of July because 4th of July really isn't like, I don't know, it's just another excuse to cook a meal. It ain't something that really black people should celebrate. I mean, if you're just one of those conservative, impassionate compatriot people, then you can go ahead and do that. Nobody's stopping you. But I mean, if we as a people just go ahead and wake up to the symbolism of everything, we'll have a lot more to celebrate. We'll have a lot more reasons to cook. Shit, Pookie and anti Pookies everywhere can kick it. Yeah. All right. Well, I hope I didn't bother y'all too much, or didn't make too many of y'all say, "Hey, what the fuck is this dude talking about?" Because I do watch a lot of YouTubers, do watch a lot of YouTube videos, and there's some pretty good stuff out there. But it's like a lot of what the fucks out there too. But I'm just saying black YouTube because I'm black and my focus for this channel is black YouTube. So yeah, it's a fun thing to be a part of. It's very interesting, and I'm glad I don't have to ask anyone to do it first. Well, except YouTube, if the situation calls for it. But just everybody out there, just keep doing your thing, and I guess I'll speak to y'all later. See if anybody's in the chat. Okay, I see you, Vonda. Why can't I see the viewers? Everybody's commenting, but I can't see. I guess I got 0 viewers for real. Let's look at some of these comments. Oh, all right. Raining Woman's here. Vonda Harris. It's always a pleasure. Raphael Hardwick. First of all, I don't know who Post Malone is, so that is dead. Yep. Uh, see who else. Vonda Harris says some real shit right here. We label ourselves more than the dominant society does. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. So okay, for those of you stop by, we had a Michael H, Vonda Harris, Raphael Hardwick, Reading Woman. Thanks for stopping by. A pleasure. The pleasure is all mine. Also, let me send a shout out to the habitual line steppers, Dunny Casanova, and Roger Stevens. Both of them have YouTube channels as well. Check us all out. You ain't shit for watching. You ain't shit for watching. If you watching that, you ain't shit. And I would say it's the best show on YouTube. Also, we got Roger Stevens of the Roger Report. Go check him out. Go shoot him a subscription, and he's also one of the habitual line steppers. And what many say, and what I have to say too, is he has the best show on YouTube. And if you haven't done so, you can subscribe to my channel as well. This is Black Men Being Brutally Honest. This is indeed the best show on YouTube. And as always, thank you. Like, share, subscribe. Although, if you share, I have to warn you, this isn't for everyone. Like, my rhetoric will definitely never be for everyone. I mean, but it can be for many. So, get the word out. Kev's on YouTube. This is Black Men Being Brutally Honest. And one last thing, and carry this with you, this last statement with you everywhere you go in the depths of your universal soul. In Kev, we trust. That felt good saying. All right, guys. Good night.